Hi, I'm Victoria Christopher Murray, and what a day, what a day. I'm so glad Rashonda Tate Billingsley and I called this Politics Pros and Pop Culture and Politics came first because today was all about politics. Today was the final hearing, I guess we can say, for the impeachment that is going to move forward, but it was the final summation in the Judiciary Committee. And so I have my notes here, so sometimes I will look down. And the way to really sum this up for you, because I'm going to do this very quickly, was Jerry Nadler, the chair of the Judicial Committee, who's from New York, by the way. He summed it up like this. I think this was his last sentence. This is clearly impeachable behavior, and we will proceed accordingly. Period. That kind of sums up today. And what I'm going to do is give you the 3 points that the Democrats made and the 3 points that the Republicans made. In between, it was 9 hours. In between, it was a boxing match. And I'm not into boxing, so I'm just going to skip over all the shenanigans and just try to get through the meat of what happened in 9 hours. But 2 attorneys testified. One for the Democrats, there were really 2, but one, and then one for the Republicans. It was the same format. Everyone got to question them, and both attorneys were summing up everything that they had put together in the Intel Committee. The 3 major points that the Democrats are making to move forward with the impeachment are these. Number 1, a lot of people are talking about the phone call, and even Trump is saying read the transcript. But what the Democrats have found out was that this was actually a months-long scheme to try to get the president of Ukraine to investigate an American citizen. And he was doing it for an entire month. It wasn't just the phone call. But this is also something that I say about that phone call. When people say that Trump was just trying to weed out corruption in a corrupt country, why would he go to a corrupt country to ask them to investigate corruption about an American citizen when he has 16 intelligence agencies here? I don't know. I'm just asking. So it was way beyond that phone call. It was an entire month that he was working with Giuliani and all those other players to get the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, to do his bidding. The second thing that the Democrats were saying is that the Republicans keep saying that this is nothing but hearsay information. And there are 2 points to that. One of the reasons that we don't have the first-hand people is because Trump is blocking all the first-hand people. He's not letting Mulvaney, Pompeo, Pence, none of them can testify. Now, to put this in perspective, remember Hillary Clinton, as the Secretary of State, spent 11 hours before Congress, a hostile Congress, as well as Eric Holder, our Attorney General under President Obama. So we can't get the direct evidence because Trump is holding them back. He has to. Under oath, they'll have to tell the truth. But one of the things that the Democrats said today was that there is direct evidence. It may not be firsthand, but they do have direct evidence. And this was interesting, something I learned. When 2 people are involved in the same scheme and they're talking about it, that's direct evidence. So there were several people involved in it. They have their testimonies and they have direct evidence to do that. And then the third thing they're saying is that the president used the power of his office to try to get a foreign government to help him win. And this makes a lot of sense because I believe Trump is just a cheater by nature. But the Republicans, the reason that the Republicans are not upset about Russia is, think about this. We're about to enter 2020, right? Do you know that in this new millennium, the Republicans have only won the popular vote one time? Did you know that? Since 2000, George Bush did not win the popular vote. Al Gore won it. And so it was an electoral college or a Supreme Court with, that's a whole nother video. But they have not won the popular vote. And they know that that's a bad sign. So they want the help of anybody to keep them in power because that's the only way they're going to stay in power. So I believe Trump just does it because he's a cheater, because my mother used to say, if you lie, you'll cheat. If you cheat, you'll steal. If you steal, you kill. And, you know, remember Trump said he would go on Fifth Avenue? But the Republicans, who may not have it by nature, but more of just wanting to maintain that power, they know they're wrong. They know what they're doing is wrong, but this is why they're doing it. Now, the Republicans' points, and you're going to see this all in the Senate, is they're saying that this is just based on 8 lines in a phone call. Not true. I just told you it was a month. And if you watched any of the hearings and all the other people weren't on the phone call. And so there was a lot going on between way before the July 25th phone call and September 11th when the money was finally released. The second thing that the Republicans say is that the president of Ukraine keeps saying, hey, I wasn't pressured. Well, listen, the dude wants the money. So what else is he going to say? And now that he has the money, he's still not going to come forward. He's meeting with Putin today. Putin has taken part of his country. Zelensky wants his country back. And he's meeting with this aggressor. Do you think he wants to get into a fight with Trump in the middle of something so serious? Do you think he wants to get into a Twitter battle? He's saying, look, you Americans work it out. I don't have no issues. So what else is he going to say? So the prosecutor today, or one of the Democratic attorneys, said, don't always listen to someone's words. Watch the actions. And I think we all know that. And the third thing that the Republicans are saying, which really gets to me, is they're saying they got the money anyway. Okay, so the next time I go to rob a bank, if I don't get the money, that means there's no crime. I didn't get the money. Or if someone holds up someone with a gun, but there's no bullets in the gun, trust and believe you're still going to be charged with a firearms crime. It doesn't make sense and they know it, but that's all they have to say, that they eventually got the money. And they only got the money because the White House heard about the whistleblower and they knew that it was going to be investigated and it was going to blow up, and they released the money like that. So that's the summary of what happened today. What happens next is we're moving forward. By Friday, maybe, we may have the articles of impeachment. I think it's only going to be 2 articles now. If I had to bet, I would say it was going to be abuse of power, because he abused his power in the office, and obstruction of Congress, because Congress has oversight and he has refused to help them at all. But we are living in history, folks. We really are. This is only going to be the 3rd president in history to be impeached. Nixon left before, and trust and believe Trump ain't going nowhere. Until next time, bye.